Hi, Book 2. I am beyond happy and relieved that it is now Friday. I've had a very busy week at work. I've had overtime every single day. Uh, I can't wait. My deadlines are until Friday of next week. So I have one more week of this craziness and then it'll all calm down for Christmas. And it's worth the effort in the end. But I'm not here to complain about work. I'm here to talk about the fun stuff. My weekend plans include reading and some walks. Sorry, the camera's jiggling. Fable's right beside you. She's a bit restless because it has been pouring rain all day long, and she does not care for the rain in the least. Sorry, I'm petting her. I wish I could figure out how to turn this thing around, so you could see her. But when it rains, she'll just stay in. She won't ask for walks, but at the same time, she's a bit restless. So I throw the ball around here, and sometimes she's up for it. Other times she's like, nope, I'm just too depressed. But if there's any break in the rain, then for sure we're gonna get some good walks in, and yeah, just read. And I think that's all of my plans. But I will bring you along because I am planning to vlog Saturday and Sunday because this is Vlogmas, and I need to do some vlogs here and there. And the weekend would be better because yeah, my work week is like a no-go there because I am so busy and just so tired by the end of the day. Anyway, so as far as what I'm reading this weekend, I'm currently reading Confessions of a Bookseller by Sean Bythel. I think is how I pronounce his name. This is book 2 in his little series. It's different because it's a bookseller talking about books and running a shop, and that all sounds nice and cozy in a way, but he is such a grumpy guy. I don't know if I would particularly want to shop in his store. He's a really big store in on the coast of Scotland. And it's really bookish town called Wigtown, and he's constantly observing people. This goes every single day through the year. So it starts in January and it goes on. And he's just constantly making comments of what people are like, or the stupid questions that they have, or them rifling through books and not purchasing anything, things like that. But very snarky, and I feel like he tends to go to that more than thinking about anything positive. But some of it can be funny, and I am reading book 2 in his series. I'm reading a second book by him. So, I mean, you just have to get used to it, I think. It just takes a bit for me to, okay, this is his mindset, and roll with it in that. But yeah, I really like the cover of this one with the cat and everything. And even this window, he's constantly talking about right now. It's in winter right now. The part I'm reading, and he's constantly talking about how the rain is hitting the window, and there's a leak, and so it's making everything in the little display wet and soggy, and it just fits the mood of the Scottish winter. And then the other one I'm reading is Alfred Kazin, A Walker in the City, and this is a memoir or autobiography about a man who's talking about his time as a little boy and growing up through the tenements and apartments and the busy area, but it's still a suburb. It's well outside of New York City. So he talks about how he's going into Manhattan, going into the city for these things, but it's completely separate from his day-to-day life. And so I think that's really intriguing. Sorry, Fable's jiggling the camera. It's okay. Yeah, we're gonna try and squeeze in a walk after this and see, because it's still pouring rain. But yeah, sorry for any movement here. Hopefully you're not making she's not making you too sick. So yes, Walk in the City. It's a really nice book. He talks about the really small apartment. It's all sectioned off, and how his mom is a seamstress, and so she's constantly with a bunch of ladies from his neighborhood, and he's his bedroom is taken over by all this sewing material, and so he's bunking in the living room half the time. So it's really close knit community of people in his little close knit apartment. So yeah, it's really nice. And then as for books I haven't read yet, but I plan to read this weekend, is Pierre Burton, Drifting Home, A Family's Voyage of Discovery Down the Wild Yukon River. And this is about a man who he grew up in a ghost town in Canada, and so they are now making a trip going like along the Yukon River. I'm not sure exactly where. Like I know it's like somewhere in British Columbia. I'm not sure where they're ending up. But yeah, the snow will be nice. Let's see. And I wonder if like is the story going to be all about them being in the river? You know, like not in the river, but you know, like on the river. I'm not sure yet. Or you know, we'll focus on the ghost town. I'll report back. And the book audiobook I'm going to be listening to is A Poison Like No Other: How Microplastics Corrupted Our Planet and Our Bodies by Matt Simon. This book I think recently came out, and the title really intrigued me. I've read a couple of books that talk about microplastics, but it's not the main subject. So we'll see, like even like a deep dive in that, and we'll see what what all there is to learn. It could be scary. It may be, who knows? Like microplastics could be kind of sort of benign. I don't think so, but maybe there'll be some scientific evidence of what this is going to lead to. We'll see. And then as far as physical books, I'm going to be reading a Christmas book, Georgette Heyer's Envious Casca. And this is 'Tis the Season to Be Dead. It's a holiday party that's taking place on a sinister aspect that takes on a sinister aspect when the colorful assortment of guests discover there's a killer in their midst. There's an owner of an estate that is found stabbed in the back. While the delicate matter of inheritance could be the key to this crime, the real conundrum is how any of the suspects could have entered a locked room to commit the foul deed. So like a who did it, who done it, you know, story. And I've read several of her romance or like Regency romance books, but I haven't read any of her mysteries, so I am looking forward to this one. And I've had this on my shelf for quite a while, and it's about time I get to it. So yeah, let me know what your plans are for this weekend. Yeah, I think it's like I could, you know, fill my weekend with tons of things to do, you know, get into the holiday spirit, like maybe just go see Christmas lights or something like that. But I think I'm going to hold off on it because I just don't have the energy. I just want to like rest and relax and keep it nice and quiet and slow after my hectic week. But yeah, let me know what your plans are if you've read any of these books, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks, BookTube.